De Lange's lower order 50 spares Somerset's blushes. Lord's was the stage, and Sam Robson was definitely the star. The Middlesex opener passed 10,000 first-class runs on the first day against Somerset, but the real headline was his magnificent 165, by far the highest score in a batting card littered with starts. Day 2 would begin with the hosts on 293 for 8, Somerset having wrested back some control in the dying light on the first day. Toby Rowland-Jones and Ethan Bamber made sure that the score ticked over to 300, but Bamber wasn't long for the middle. Lewis Gregory struck for his 5th of the innings. Bamber bowled for 9, and Middlesex's innings 1 wicket away from an end. That was confirmed by Craig Overton. He found Rowland-Jones's pads and wrapped up the innings. Middlesex all out for 313. Robson's magnificent knock at the top of the order had contributed more than half of his side's runs, but Rowland-Jones will have enjoyed his 26 on a return from an injury-ravaged few years. Somerset's chase got off to a horror start. By the time this season ends, Tim Murtagh will be 40 years old, but once again the veteran Middlesex man made the key breakthrough. The promising Tom Lammonby caught behind for 5. He'd have another, Tom Abel this time the man to go. Robson quick to get down to take the catch at second slip. And then there were 3. Another of Somerset's eye-catching batsmen, Tom Banton, fell to Ethan Bamber, bowled as one kept low. But the carnage continued. George Bartlett was the next man to go, caught behind for naught. The 2020 runners-up reduced to 17 for 4. James Hildreth and Stephen Davis steadied the ship and set about their difficult job of rebuilding, guiding Somerset through to lunch with the score 40 for 4. But there would be more to come after the break. Just 2 balls into the afternoon session and Bamber had a 3rd scalp. James Hildreth trapped LBW for 20. Somerset reached 50 runs but were struggling against their hosts. Toby Rowland-Jones was back with the ball in his hand for Middlesex, and his first wicket since 2019 was a peach, seaming through the gate to bowl Craig Overton for 14. Murtagh sank Somerset deeper into the mire, all-rounder Lewis Gregory out nicking through to Robson in the slips. The visitors 83 for 7. Middlesex had their tails up, and Rowland-Jones struck once more. Stephen Davis out LBW for 23. Josh Davey fell to Murtagh in the next over. Simpson forced to take evasive action as the ball cannoned off the top of middle stump. But Marchant de Lange saved some Somerset blushes, heaving Rowland-Jones to the leg side to bring up the 100 for his side. The final wicket partnership stuck around. De Lange and Leach's partnership was worth more than 50 crucial runs in their bid to avoid the follow-on. De Lange led the fight. He took Somerset past the magic figure of 163 and duly followed it up by reaching his 50 with a quick 2 off Martin Anderson. He'd strike back though. De Lange bowled as he made room. Somerset all out for 172, trailing their hosts by 141 at tea. But if Middlesex thought that their dominance so far would continue, they were sorely mistaken. Max Holden fell with just 1 run on the board. Overton the man to make the breakthrough. He repeated the trick, first innings hero Sam Robson falling for 13. But the early wickets didn't materialise into more momentum for Somerset. Gubbins and Eskenazi found their feet where their predecessors had struggled. The partnership edged towards 100, the 3rd wicket now worth 50 runs, and Middlesex were regaining some control. The lead moved beyond 200, the early innings worries put on the back burner for the meantime, as the pair found some joy. Lengthening shadows across the Lord's outfield saw bad light bring a halt to play, with the score 87 for 2 and the home side leading by 228.